I tried doing a bit about manifesting on stage of like, is it really just that easy to put it out there to the universe, just to go, I want this. And then I was trying to think, what angle can I write at? What's the funny angle? I'm not really bothered about like, like obviously it's me because it's me performing it, but sometimes if you go, maybe is that viewpoint a little skewered this way or that way, and so sometimes if you added everything up with your logic, you go, right, well, you've just delivered that bit like a satiric, like you've just delivered that bit one way, and then you're delivering another bit another way. So what's your true opinion on the matter, Carl? And honestly, the answer would be, I don't like the. My job is not to get my opinion across. My job's to try and make people laugh. So I'll always go, what route would make somebody laugh? What would make me laugh? And when I thought of the idea of doing like the manifest bit, the asking the universe, it can't just be that easy to ask the universe. It can't be that easy to have the power of positive thinking. I ended up going the way of like meditate. So yeah, so it was like, because it was around about the time a lot of me mates started meditating, and it was like a lot of me, and I noticed there was a lot of mates who had a bit of money, like were doing all right. And I thought, that would be a fun correlation, wouldn't it be? Like to go, the people who've got money are talking about meditating now. And then you go, is there something funny in that? The people who can speak of the benefits of meditation are the people who don't have to worry if they're going to keep the job, if they're going to make payments this year, or if they're going to make payments this month. Do you know what I mean? That was me. So that was the angle I tried to take for that, because I thought it was funny just to try and take the mick out of meditation a bit. That was all of the thinking that came from it. And it didn't work, ultimately. I thought it was going to, but when it gets a few laughs, but it doesn't really get the main laugh, and you go, fuck it, it's fine. It was a decent idea, but throw it away. It was meant to go in last year's show. It was meant to go and watch till the end. Some people who came to the earlier shows, you might have actually seen it, but it was how did it go again? It was people who meditate, and it was like, it's always the ones who've got money. It's the same people who'd say, oh, I've just been to Japan. Oh, I've just been to Japan. Oh, you've not been, have you not? Oh, you should go. As if it's just that easy. As if, oh yeah, that's right. I should go to Japan. Yeah, that's a yeah, because I've always been able to take a month off work, and I've got to spare 10 grand kicking about. That's been my problem. Yeah, I've not been going to Japan. Yeah, I've been not going. Yeah, I came from a mate. I was in Gateshead in the Metro Centre having a Yo Sushi, and I overheard somebody just like the next place along, and he was next little booth along, and he was going, I'm half listening to him, and I'm half eyeing up where this pumpkin katsu's am I gonna have to press that yelping button? Where am I gonna have to press that button where you have to order it specifically, or is there gonna be a little one coming around? And I remember I just went and I heard this guy, he was eating some sushi, and he just went, it's not as good as the sushi in Tokyo, I'll tell you that. And I just wanted to go, well, of course it's not, you daft fucking prick. I mean, of course it's not. Do you want to know why? Because that was Tokyo, and this is Gateshead Yo Sushi. There's a big difference. There's a big difference, isn't there? What you wanted to see, you just wanted to turn around and go, I've been to Japan, Hey, everyone, just so you know, I've been to Japan, me. Fucking tosser. So that bit, so you meditate. So it was like, hey, do you ever notice it's always people with a bit of money who can meditate? Like, oh, how you doing? And this was the ultimate joke. It was like, how you doing? You go, oh, I'm not too good, actually. The electricity prices have just went up. Bloody. It's going to be rule of three. So electricity, fucking knee money, and the threatening to evict us of, the landlord's threatening to kick us out. And then the punchline, oh, never mind all that, mate. Never mind all that. How's your chi? And that was as far as I went. It's not, it wasn't worth the build-up. Ultimately, you realise that the build-up isn't worth the payoff, the punchline. So park it. Always keep it in the back pocket. It could be used for something else. What you think is a big bit sometimes, you can narrow it down, and it can just become like a daft one-sentence throwaway. But that one-sentence throwaway can save an all right bit into a really good bit. I guess it's all about timing and patience and and editing and a bit of self-discipline as well. But yeah, ultimately that bit never seen the light of day. Fucking hell, Carl, what are you going on about? Right. No, before we go any further, I want to tell you, and I hope I don't build it up too much, but it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Now, I hope I don't build it up too much, but it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. I went to M&S yesterday in Gosforth. And there's not many parking spaces. You know, to say, like, on a rough guess, I'd say there's room for about 50 cars, 40, 50 cars. And I'm being quite generous there. So there's, you know, especially at rush hour, people are always vying for spots and that. So, you'll do your thing where you're waiting and you see somebody pulling out, or you see somebody going into the car. Excuse me, you're going. Give us a second, let us reverse. Right, great. I've got my spot and all that. So I find a spot, no bother. I'm great, so please don't worry about me. All's well with me. And I'm walking in I'm just going to get the meal deal, the 2 pizzas and the coleslaw and whatever. It's in the deal. It's in the deal. The deal. I don't know what me neighbours think when I'm doing that noise. I really don't. They're moving as well, by the way. Fucking hell. They've lived in that house for 60 years. I've lived here. I've lived here for about 7. They went, fuck that, we can't take it. We can't take the noise. I must just be walking going, it's in the deal. No. From what I understand, their family lives in, I don't want to give the exact location away, but their family live down south somewhere, and they're moving to be closer to the family. So I don't think any of this is on me. Anyway, I'm moving. What do I give a fuck? Right, so this bigger bloke was coming out of Marx's. He had a hoodie on, but the hoodie was quite dirty. It was like a grey hoodie down. And you know when somebody's got their arse out as well? Like there's having your pants low and there's mooning everyone. This guy would have to pull his pants up to say that he was... It looked like somebody had kegged him, was the best way to describe it. Like jeans, massive jeans, covered in paint. So he's obviously, I would have guessed a painter, decorator, plasterer, something. It's as if he's at school and he's in the dinner queue and somebody came around and fucking kegged him. So he's got his big manky hairy arse out, hoodie on. He was definitely missing a high vis. If you had a high vis on, it was a complete package, right? If you told me he was going back into a works van, I imagine he kind of fits in with the kind of work van where they've just got all the shite on the front. You've got the windshield, and then you've got all the crisp packets. You've got all the pop. All the chocolates, it looks like their bins haven't been collected, so they've just emptied it on the front of the dashboard. So I thought he was going back to a van like that, but no, he was going into what I assumed is his personal car. And another guy swings around and he talks to this guy. This guy's coming out. He's got a big bag of shopping. Waha! Well, you make me want to throw my hands up and wah. So this guy's coming out, and he's got his sorry about that. He's got his big shopping bag, and there's a gentleman in the car, and he's wanting this parking space. So he comes and he shouts and he goes, "Excuse me, mate, are you going?" And the guy who's got his arse out, he's got his hoodie on. He went, "Aye." And then he went and he pulled out a big box of ice creams. It was M&S own brand white Magnums. I know the box very well because I purchased them also. It's the Marks & Spencer's white Magnums, and they come in packs of 3. And he said something he was like, "Excuse me, mate, are you coming out?" And he held them up and he just went, "Aye, after I've had these." "Aye, after I've had these." Please note, that was not after I've had one of these. That's not after I've had a couple of these. Aye, after I've had these. After I've had all 3. So he's gonna So he's gonna sit in his car in rush hour when there's about 6 parking spaces in M&S. He's gonna sit in his car in rush hour and just sit and eat all 3. And he did as well. He did. Because by the time I'd went and got all my stuff, he came out, he was just opening another fucking packet. Oh, God. Oh, man. Jesus. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. He just, I mean, 10 out of 10 for not giving a fuck. I can't stress that enough. You know, you've probably had a hard day at work. I don't know what your home life is like. Maybe you don't want to go home straight away. You need a little bit of time to decompress. Everyone's got the vices. Everyone's got the thing. Mine would be a couple of beers, or maybe on another day a packet of crisps. Maybe it's a McDonald's. Maybe it's a chocolate bar. So if your thing is I'm just going to sit here and bosh 3 ice creams, then all the more power to you. God love you. God bless you. Well done. But equally, what an annoying, inconsiderate fuck you are as well at the same time. So I think I need to give you both on equal measures. I don't know what I would have done in that situation. I admire the fortitude. I admire the boldness, the brashness, just to be able to go, once I've had these, no bother. I thought it was great. I would never have the... That's the thing, I would never have the confidence to do that. If somebody said, "Here you go," and I would have just went, and then I would have maybe parked up somewhere else and ate me 3 ice creams in peace. But no, it's a fact. Maybe that's part of the enjoyment, to know that you've annoyed somebody else, to know that somebody else is irate and you haven't relinquished your parking space straight away, and you can see him go around and be angry and have to park somewhere else and be angry as fuck while you're just sat there enjoying 3 M&S brand white Magnums. That's great. And I know the guy was irate because he was in. When I'm getting the pizzas, I passed him in one of the aisles because I always get the deal, but then I get the chicken wings. You know, the barbecue chicken wings that used to be in the deal. I'm going back about 12 months ago. Let's blame, what is it now? Cost of living. It's cost of living, lockdown, whatever it is, right? Just the Brexit, cost of living. For whatever reason, the chicken wings aren't in the deal anymore. So I was going around and get the wings especially. And he was there with his wife, and I knew he was angry because I just heard him, like, you could tell he was still talking about the guy, and I couldn't get, like, close enough to him, but, like, as we're past, I just heard him, like, go to his wife really quietly. He just went, that fat cunt. Just under his breath, just like, he's obviously just been... Like, in my head, he's just went, can you believe, like, the audacity of that guy? Like, it's 5 o'clock, right? Everyone's just trying to get back, and he's just going to sit there and eat 3 ice creams. The big fat cunt. But that's all I heard. I just heard fat cunt at the end, and oh, man. It was tremendous. And the first thing I did, I wrote it down in my phone, because I was like, I need to tell you for this one. And Ramsey was I think I rang him, and he didn't answer, and it's because it was around about 5 o'clock, so he's with the kids and all that. And I had to text him. I went, mate, like, you need to ring us back. It's worth your while. Normally we just ring each other at like 8 in the morning now when me and him are free. But I was like, no, mate, this is like an SOS. Like, I'm not letting you just miss the call here. You need to ring us back. And I said, I hope I'm not building it up, but it's the funniest thing that I've ever witnessed. And it was worth it. It was worth it. He couldn't get enough of that story as well. So now, I think he rang us just before, and now the greeting is just, after I've had these. After I've had these. Maybe that's it, right? That's the episode. That is the episode title. After I've had these. Or maybe it's just after I've had these. Yeah, that'll be better. After I've had these. All right. Oh, I got the patches. Oh, Houlihan.